She's the magnificent, the queen.
Hey guys, how are you doing? I miss you guys. I really do. I always miss you guys, but what's going on, Harlem? What's going on? I got calls last night, and a friend of mine, she said, Miss T, the helicopters are out, police all over the place. I was seeing little stuff here and there on the gram. I hadn't watched the news. You know, a lot of times the news is very depressing. I don't know if they still sell newspapers because I haven't bought a newspaper in maybe a decade or more. I don't know. But I just don't, I just don't want to hear all the bad news. But if y'all have not heard what went down in Harlem, listen.
Yesterday, when 2 officers shot, 1 killed in the line of duty. Somber procession at Harlem Hospital as the body of fallen officer Jason Rivera was led out. 22-year-old rookie of the department from Inwood, less than 2 years on the job with the NYPD. His partner, 27-year-old Wilbert Mora, in critical condition. Both officers shot in what police describe as an ambush in an apartment on 135th Street, very close to Harlem Hospital here. A woman called 911 saying she was fighting with her son. There was no mention of weapons. However, after speaking with her, the officers headed to a back bedroom where they came under fire as that door swung open. Both officers hit the suspect.
135th Street, 2 blocks down from where I grew up, where my family still, resides, Harlem Hospital. Same place I was taken when I got shot, as a lot of us did, ended up going in Harlem. What's going on? This was a domestic dispute between a mother and son. Now, unless he had some mental issues, then all he would have did was maybe got arrested, or they would have said, you got to leave the home. But instead, when these 2 young officers, 22 and 27, approached the room, he started firing. For what? Is it because your mother told you to leave and you probably didn't have anywhere to go? That's not a reason to kill cops, put your mother's life in jeopardy, and then get shot yourself. Because if I'm not mistaken,
Himself was shot by a 3rd officer when that suspect tried to flee the apartment. For this new administration,
he got shot in the head, but he's hanging on. What's going on? Now, because of his behavior, cops are going to be looking at all black men who may be into some type of disputes, and they have to answer these calls, and they're going to go into these situations terrified. This young officer was 22 years old. He wanted to be an officer. We don't know what type of officer he would have been. Hopefully he would have been part of the good cops and not a bad apple, but we don't know. His life was taken. I don't know if he has children. So much was taken away from him. It's sad. And I'm sure there's an ignorant person out there talking about, yeah, that's good. No, it's not. It's real whack. It's real whack. It's not cool because it makes it worse on our community, point blank, period. There's nothing cool about that at all. My heart goes out to someone who chooses to take on an occupation that's dangerous like that. He probably already thought about what he's going to do when he retire and put his 20 in. He'd have been able to retire at 42 or even 40 because I think he had already been an officer for 2 years. 22 years old. It's real whack, Harlem. What's going on? My nephew is not about that life. Neither one of my nephews are about that life. But they're still black men. And they will be looked at like that as opposed to being looked at as just an individual or human being that's just living their lives. But cops, bad apples, which a lot of them are, but the majority are good. You know, those bad apples are going to be looking at your sons, my nephews, you know, young black boys in a certain kind of way now. They are scared. Nobody wants to lose their lives. I pray that Mayor Eric Adams brings back stop and frisk. I am so disappointed in Mayor de Blasio. He did absolutely nothing, and he had the chance. These shootings began during the COVID-19 era. Around August, dudes was walking out the doors blasting. It was like they sat in the house, thought about their enemies, who they was going to get, and I think it was like around July or August, they came out blasting. And it's been crazy, and it's been like the Wild Wild West ever since. It's not cool at all. Now, this mother, she has to live with that because she's the one who called the cops on her son. She never said that he had a gun because she probably didn't know. But I know it's going to weigh heavy on her heart that her son is the reason why 2 officers got shot and 1 is dead. But it's not her fault, though. It's not her fault, but I know it's going to weigh heavy on her heart. As well as her son getting shot in the head. I hope that, you know, God gives her the peace that she needs, but she obviously feared for her life because her son was in there wilding. I don't know if he had mental issues or anything like that. I don't know if she stated that on the call, but I heard Harlem was crazy last night. Crazy last night. You know, I'm about to go see my family because I got to take care of some stuff anyway, but it's like, and I spent the whole summer, the whole year down, you know, in Harlem. And I said, you know what, it's wintertime, stay home, get some work done, do some writing, you know, stuff like that. It's cold. Ain't nobody hanging out. I'm not, you know, but it's like, it's terrible. I'm telling y'all, black mothers and fathers, be parents to your kids. Stop letting your kids, and I'm saying letting and allowing your kids, because you might say, oh, they grown, they do what they want to do. No, when you have kids, these kids are your obligation, not ours. You are obligated to take care of this human being. You just letting them run wild. I don't care how old your kid is. You can still talk to your kids. I will never, ever stop being a mother. Parenting never stops. You never stop being a parent until the day you die. Point blank. I don't care how old your kids is. When your kids are out there doing crazy stuff, you are responsible. You are complicit in what they're doing if you are not part of the solution and not saying nothing. Now, there are times where you say it till you're blue in the face and nothing happens, and I get that. So, listen, you did what you needed to do. There are some that aren't doing anything. You think it's cute. The kids out there hustling, bringing a few dollars in the house, and you think it's cute. It's real whack. Especially if you know. Now, you can hustle. You ain't out there killing nobody. You know, some people don't have no other, you know, ways of making money. So I'm not knocking nobody hustle. But those guns, they need to bring stop and frisk back. Search everybody. I don't care. But it's not what you do, it's how you do it. You just don't be grabbing people, cursing them, cursing at them, throwing them up against the wall, being disrespectful. It has to be done respectfully so the community can understand that, listen, okay, I see what you're doing, young man. Calm down. He's not being disrespectful. Let him search you. It's to protect you and us, you know, so protect the cops. You know, I don't care because I need to be protected when I'm on the street from some young, wild person. I think just a few days ago, a baby was shot, a 1-year-old. I think she just turned 1 yesterday. Got shot on 198th Street. There's too many guns on the street. Too many guns. Too many guns. Too many guns. Too many guns. And let's see what's going on.
In City Hall, there is anger and frustration at gun violence and calls on Washington to help.
I am struggling to find the words to express the tragedy we are enduring. We're mourning and we're angry.
How are we removing thousands of guns off the street?
That's what I need to hear Eric Adams say. That's what I needed to hear de Blasio say. I had a meeting with Eric Adams and a couple of other people earlier last year, and we spoke about a lot of stuff. We had a good lunch, and he spoke about a lot of things he's going to do when he became the mayor, and I'm just hoping that that happens. Let me see what else he said.
And they still find their way into New York City.
Yeah. And that's another thing.
In the hands of people who are killers.
Let me tell y'all something. Just like they set us up with drugs and crack and the cocaine, putting it in our communities intentionally, I think that's going on with guns. I don't know if I told y'all this before, but a friend of mine said, T, two friends of mine who don't know each other told me that they came across, or they know somebody who came across a box of guns just sitting out on a street corner in like the Bronx. I think both was in the Bronx. Somebody is intentionally setting us up again, and some of y'all are going for the okie doke. The drugs back then, I understand, because back then, that was a means to survive, selling the drugs. But the guns, and then you're using them to kill each other, y'all falling for it again and again and again. And the ones who are planting it, just like they plant the drugs, they sit back, they're not going to jail or nothing, you know? Back in the day, Oliver North and them, they went to court and told how they intentionally gave guns to the Contras, you know, and then they switched guns for drugs, and they put it in our communities. They got money off of it too. It's crazy. That Freeway Ricky Ross story is true. Snowfall, if you ever watched it, it is true. It is really what happened. Y'all gotta stay awake and not fall for the okie doke. There's no reason for black men to be killing each other over nothing. A lot of y'all ain't even getting no money out here like that. And maybe that's it. But go back to school, do something, educate yourself, please. Mothers and fathers, please get your kids, take care of your kids, be parents. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my family getting caught up in something that your sons are doing because you did not want to be a parent. But listen, stay safe. Harlem, I don't even want to go to Harlem today, but I'm going. It's just crazy. It's just crazy, you know? So listen, peace out. And it's not only happening in Harlem, it's happening everywhere. But it's us. Us, black folks. We got to do better. So peace out, y'all. Hope to, keep seeing y'all soon. I'm going to try to be on here a little more, since I'll be in the house probably. So yeah, listen, peace out, y'all. All love.